Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn from Jessica Lynn Original Studios, and today we're going to be departing the Wilderness Lodge on bus to Hollywood Studios. A little secret for you: if you are on the bus, double check if it is heading to the Contemporary first. Lately they have combined the two on the route to Hollywood Studios, so you may be able to use that if you're trying to get to Chef Mickey's or something else over at the Contemporary. Just make sure to ask the driver because it's not always something they do, but it's a fun little insider tip that I thought I would share. So what's on our agenda today? Well, today we are going to go to Hollywood Studios and we are going to shrink down to the size of a toy as we venture into the whimsical wonderland of Toy Story Land. So buckle up, put on your boots, because this is going to be one incredible ride. Now, one of my favorite ways to arrive to Hollywood Studios is the Skyliner if you are staying at a hotel where that is connected to it. We did that last year and we stayed at the Caribbean Beach, and it was wonderful to be on the Skyliner route. I'm not going to lie to you. We really enjoyed that because it got us back and forth between Hollywood Studios, our hotel, and then to Epcot. And it was wonderful. Now, Hollywood Studios to me, when I was younger, it was always one of my favorite parks. I used to love that they taught you all about behind the scenes of movie magic, making movies, costumes, sets, props, and they even had a full animation studio at one time. The entrance way is exactly the same as it always used to be, obviously, except for some extra security and different places to scan in. But it is so beautiful, and every time I'm there, it just makes me smile. I remember old days of the Star Wars weekends when they used to have stormtroopers up on top of those green structures. It was just such a different place. I look forward to seeing what Hollywood Studios becomes. I think it's a wonderful location, and I think there is so much left to be said and done.
Can we go to you guys? Or
On down.
I mean, if everybody wants to just
I'm
fight
standing out here like a Walmart greeter just waiting on you.
It was so funny because when we walked up, there were a ton of people kind of crowding to the left, but don't forget to kind of look around and see if there are other gate turnstiles that are open. They were super friendly, and again, I wasn't sure if that was a place where they were set up for only pass holders or anything like that, so I always double check. Just a little history for you. So Disney's Hollywood Studios was originally known as Disney's MGM Studios theme park, and it's obviously located in Orlando, Florida. It opened its doors on May 1st of 1989 and was designed to provide guests with a fully immersive experience in the world of show business, entertainment, and movies. So they actually wanted this to be a tribute to Hollywood's golden age, and so they wanted us to have a sneak peek behind. They had an original collaboration between MGM that granted Disney the rights to use their logo in exchange, basically, for the use of some of their characters. Obviously, today we're not going to go check it out, but Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is a new attraction, but that used to be the former location of the Great Movie Ride. And so where you see the Hollywood Studios sign, that used to say Disney's MGM Studio. It was painted different colors, different font. Popcorn stand, always there. But as we look forward, you can see the Star Wars launch bay, and that actually used to be where the animators were. It was absolutely amazing. Little Mermaid used to be off to the left-hand side, and one of the most recognizable icons was seen from this view, and it was called the Earful Tower. Basically, it was a water tower that had big Mickey ears on it. They removed it in 2016, but it still is such a nostalgic symbol of this park for so many of us Disney fans. And where they have a dance show with Mickey and friends, that actually used to be called the Sound Stage, and it was a character breakfast. It had, like, I believe it had Jafar at one point and the genie. And that right there, you can see that red and yellow with the brown and black. That was the original paint scheme that they had at Hollywood Studios, or MGM. So it's so fun when I see that. Now, that used to be a gift shop. It closed when The Little Mermaid did, so we'll see if it comes back or not. Alright, we have arrived at Toy Story Land, you know, because you see Woody greeting you. And off on either side, typically you might see Jessie or Woody, Bo Peep or Buzz. To the right over there is a brand new barbecue restaurant. Now, we did not go there today because we had just had barbecue the night before at the Wilderness Lodge. But I've heard a lot of people like it. It is definitely on my list. So I want to go ahead and give you some things to watch for while you're in Hollywood Studios at Toy Story Land. So the first one is that you're going to become a toy. See those big footprints on the ground? They are Andy's feet. So you see these giant footprints, huge blocks, and everything is scaled to make you feel like you are one of Andy's toys. I think it is the coolest trick that Disney uses. It's kind of fun to think that you are potentially part of this world. And today the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go check out Slinky Dog, and it is one of my favorite roller coasters. It's a perfect one if you have little kids. It's very smooth and not very jumpy. So if your kid is ready to graduate to like a next level coaster, I would say this one's like a level 2. Now you might say to me, Jess, what's the scale, right? So I would say that Guardians of the Galaxy is like a level 5, right? So this is a very simple coaster. The only thing that could scare your children a little bit on this one is it does these kind of bumps, and we're actually going to ride it in just a second. I'll put that in the video here for you. But it does do kind of like these little hops, and so you get a little airtime, and that can be a little scary. But, I mean, everything is Toy Story themed, so if your kids love the characters, they'll be good. As you ride Slinky Dog, you're going to notice that the track features a bunch of different toys and board games. So keep an eye out for recognizable references to like classic games and things from even your childhood. And as you're kind of walking through, you're going to see a nod to all the different Toy Story movies. So, like, for example, look for Andy's signature at the bottom of his toys, so including Woody, Buzz, and Jessie. As far as like when you're flying, it looks like if you find Buzz, it looks like he's patrolling in Toy Story Land, and I'll show him in a moment. But it looks like he's kind of keeping an eye on everything. And this area is just so much fun. There is so much detail, and I think sometimes you can get so overwhelmed by, you know, the amount of people, or Andy's backyard is so hot. Like, I think if you can picture Florida at its warmest and then multiply that by like 5, that's Andy's backyard. I'm not sure if Andy maybe has like a, remember the old school magnifying glasses where people would do that, you know, to fry something on the ground like a leaf or whatever? I just wonder if Andy has also a magnifying glass over this area in his backyard, because it is always so warm back here. So the one big thing I can tell you is make sure you stay very hydrated, because it gets hot. So let's go ahead and let's ride Slinky Dog.
Here we go!
Here we go!
Woo! I'm done! Airtime! Here we go, Flynn!
The other thing to keep an eye out for is the Green Army Men. They love to patrol the area, they interact with guests, they do fun drills, and you might even see them playing some type of band instrument. Doesn't always happen, but it's really fun when you can catch them. They don't necessarily do like photos in line, but if you pose, they might pose with you, which is, you know, the kids always seem to love that. They used to do meet and greets many, many years ago, but I haven't seen it as formal meet and greets for them in a long time. So we had a great time on Alien Swirling Saucer, and I realized I forgot to hit record. Sorry. So the next ride we're going to take a look at is Toy Story's Midway Mania. It's an interactive 3D shooting gallery styled game, and they have this one out in California too. Basically you step into the world of Toy Story and you participate in a series of, I guess you could, let's say carnival type games hosted by your favorite Toy Story characters. So the way that it works is you're going to wear 3D glasses and you have a spring action shooter thing that basically it virtually engages with the screen, and you're going to shoot targets and objects from the Toy Story movies. Basically you get on a track and you ride through different game stations. Now my only warning for this is that they do spin between each round, if you will. So if you get sick from those kind of rides, you know, you might just want to watch this video and see if it's going to affect you. Some of the attractions that you are going to play through, they are like pie throwing, ring toss, balloon popping, and quite a bit more. And it's all fun scenes set with Woody, Buzz, Ham, the Army Men. And the coolest part is that it's 3D. So the aspect of physical shooting and aiming at targets, it's a great family. It's a perfect family ride, to be very honest. And the fun thing is that there is a compete against each other part. They'll say who of the two people did better, and then who had the best score in the car. So typically if you're like a family of 4, you'll end up in one full car back to back, 2 and 2. And then it'll tell you that somebody in the car who got the highest score. So you can see we're riding, and that's another family, but my husband and the other daughter are behind me. So we're back to back, and they can't see what we're doing. The best part about this game is that you can ride it over and over again and find new things. And as you go through and do this, different things will unlock depending on and there's one scene where you have to shoot a little barn and there's little mice. If you get the mice, all of a sudden new things open up and they're higher score. So it's very much like Buzz Lightyear at Magic Kingdom, where the more that you know or you figure out, you can re-ride this and keep getting a higher and higher score. So very re-rideable, and it's a lot of fun. And there is fast passes that you can get, or Genie Plus, if that's something that you're interested in.
Woo! Good job!
You're clear to break play. get moving again soon.
Good job, halfway.
That's how much I got.
No, right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's examine their score.
Wait, can you 81,000?
I'm gonna guess that Dad got 231. It says best in our vehicle. Yoo-hoo!
Now, one thing I really wish, though, is that you could win those prizes off the ride, or at least purchase them. Like, I love the little stuffed cat, and there's like a bear and some other stuff. Like, I wish you could win or buy or whatever, get those as tangible stuffies that you could take home. Like, I think they'd be so cute as like that, you know, like the little bigger than handheld size, not like monster versions, but I think that'd be really fun to give those kids, you know, an opportunity to be like, oh, I got the cat, cool, go purchase the cat. So... But that was our fun adventure in Toy Story Land. I really had a great time. I've tried to break up these videos into smaller segments because I realized on some of these days when I was filming, I would literally start from early morning and kind of spend all day, which is way too long for a video, so I'm trying to section these off. Now, these walls, as you're leaving this, if you've seen like the Instagram photo walls, these are great. Like, I love that, the popsicle sticks. I think that's so fun. And if you look throughout Toy Story Land, there are park benches made with those sticks as well. So, super fun area. Great. I would highly suggest maybe go and check it out at night. It is a lot cooler, and it takes on a whole different life because there's Christmas lights that light up, and there's other items that just you might not have noticed during the day. So, if you go there during the day, go back at night and try to re-ride some of these things because it feels very different. As we were leaving the park, Daisy was out hanging out, and she was so cute. She was interacting, and they have brought a lot of the character meet and greets back, but they have also added some of these where the characters, like I've seen Chip and Dale out here, and Daisy just kind of hanging out, waving, posing in the background of pictures, almost like photo bombing. So, absolutely wonderful day at Hollywood Studios. I hope that you enjoyed it. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back. I have a lot of Disney content that I'm working on, and I'm also working on writing my first children's book. So I will be recording and sharing that process on my channel as well. So I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everybody.